So I never thought there would be a game morally worse than Pets Go. But I guess I was completely wrong. Blox Fruits is a game that I am sure everyone knows. Even if you don't play Roblox too often, you would probably still know from how popular it is. It is literally the biggest game on Roblox, but if you don't, let me give you a quick refresher from a year ago.
The game is heavily inspired by an anime called One Piece with their use of devil fruits and swords, and is probably the most profitable game on the platform right now.
But what if I told you that this long-awaited update was the one that almost cooked the developers completely? From the lack of communication to potentially implementing illegal practices, this is how the developers of Blox Fruits scarred their reputation. Before we get into the thick of it, oh man, I'm really gonna shut the fuck up. We gotta go back to February 26, 2023, when the first mentions of the Dragon rework were officially announced. The official Blox Fruits Twitter account stated, all outdated abilities will be receiving visual reworks, outdated fruits such as Dragon and Control will also be receiving the reworks that they truly deserve. Thanks to this, people were pumped, as over the course of the following months, dozens of YouTubers have made tons of videos discussing the speculation regarding the new reworked fruits. It had come to the point that even moves from the literal worst fruit in the game were speculated to be the Dragon rework. There's also revamped islands, but like, who gives a shit about islands? They're literally just islands. As time went by throughout 2023, more and more updates were being released with many new changes, but after the Christmas update had come out in December of 2023, there was nothing. And there continued to be nothing for a long time. Preposterous! Surely as the #1 game on Roblox, having a great, hard-working and passionate developers, surely they would clearly communicate with their player base. Right? 636 days, 15,264 hours. The lads over at the Gamer Robot channel posted a video explaining their unannounced hiatus and what the hell they've been working on for the past 6 months.
So the first thing I want to talk about is the lack of communication from the Blox Fruits team. If you know Blox Fruits as a whole, you know we haven't really been very active with posting update progress outside of the trailers.
They also go ahead and explain how they had to push back the update a couple times because of the increased amount of content that they had to make for the update.
This update was really ambitious and it just kept getting more and more ambitious. We kept adding more stuff than we planned to originally. As the delay kept getting more and more, we started deciding, to add more content to the game to make up for the delay. But that ended up making the delay even worse. We just kept adding more and more content and the delay got even worse.
Quick reminder that they did not directly apologize for their hiatus whatsoever. They quickly addressed it, said it quote unquote must suck for you guys. Yeah, no shit mate, we've been kind of waiting for more than a year. Then moved on to show the new content as if nothing ever happened. Other than their occasional tweets regarding leaks and shit, the game basically went dormant. But hey, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they really were busy grinding their asses off. I mean, the new islands do look really cool and the VFX do look sick, but maybe they are cooking something truly special. Who knows? I guess we'll just have to see. 20 days pass and the Dragon rework trailer is finally released, and you guys, no idea how I felt after I saw it. Mind you, I just got off an 8-hour flight from Tokyo a day earlier. I was fucking exhausted, came home, and was blessed with this godly of a showcase. I mean, look at these moves. They cover the entire fucking map. Anyways, as I was saying, the final trailer for the long-awaited Dragon rework update had finally released, and everyone was pumped, dude. Legit. The chat was spamming W, the Discord was blowing up, it was crazy. But I want you, as the viewer, to do me a quick favor and remember this trailer very well. Trust me, you're going to need it for later in the video. Anyways, as the anticipation rises for the biggest update in Blox Fruits ever, so did the Roblox servers, because on that same day, Dress to Impress and Fish, two of the biggest games on Roblox, was updating as well as Blox Fruits, which by the way had 950,000 players. Not even 12 hours remaining, and it was already almost at 1 million players. What the fuck? But we're not talking about other Roblox games. We're talking about Blox Fruits. Time to go to update day.
A fucking discount? You already
The
bought
Blox
it! What do
Fruits
you mean
Dragon
discount?
scam should be
I
held
already
responsible.
paid for that, you
Let's
asshole!
report to the federal
Are you
system.
As the day closed in, many players, including myself, were pumped about this brand new Blox Fruits update. I mean, heck, even I streamed the damn thing, as thousands of others were doing so, including Creekcraft.
This is the best fruit in the game.
Best fruit in the game.
And as hours turned into minutes, minutes turned into seconds, the update finally dropped. I clicked the play button, eager to finally play the Dragon rework, and after a whole year of nothing, I instead got this. My god, they redid everything.
Dragon token?
All old versions of the Dragon Fruit were changed to Dragon Classic for Update 24. You can choose to convert this to a random mythic fruit. This cannot be undone. Wait, random? Wait, what does that mean? Wait, do I still have... Does that mean I still have the...
This is how you eat a Big Mac. Cuz what the fuck?
Yeah, remember when I said to remember this trailer really clearly? Well, is there something that you noticed that wasn't in the trailer but was added anyway? Yeah, it's these fucking dragon tokens. You see, in the past, many fruits such as the ghost fruit had their moves and visuals reworked, completely replacing the old fruit altogether. However, in this case, the dragon fruit had been made a completely separate fruit, causing all copies of the dragon fruit, both permanent and physical, to be converted into tokens. Now, there were two different types of tokens, the regular dragon token and the permanent dragon token. Let's first talk about the permanent dragon token, since it's the main source of all this bullshit. This token gave you 4 different options. Number 1, converting your old dragon to the new reworked dragon at a discounted price. Number 2, obtain both the permanent dough and flame fruit. Number 3, obtain most of the game passes. And number 4, obtaining the dark blade. Now, before I explain these, let me ask you a quick question. Which one of these 4 is a scam? It's a trick question, it's all of them. Now let me tell you why the permanent tokens were a complete scam by going through each of the options. Firstly, despite paying for the old permanent dragon fruit and obtaining the permanent dragon token, you still had to pay for the new dragon at a hefty 2,500 Robux. And with the old permanent dragon fruit costing 2,600 Robux, it adds to a total of 5,100 Robux, being slightly more expensive than just buying it normally. Secondly, the prices of the permanent dough and permanent flame fruit, even with a combined price, are significantly worse fruits than the value of the old permanent dragon fruit. Thirdly, the price of the game passes shown, which combined is 2,500 Robux, are definitely valued lower compared to the old permanent dragon fruit. Along with this, it's kind of just in the name, you know, permanent. And so that concludes part 1 of my rant. But the TLDR is that no matter what option you chose, you were getting ripped off. And if that doesn't get crazy enough, we still haven't even talked about the regular dragon tokens yet. Holy shit! So the explanation for the regular dragon tokens are very simple. So unlike the permanent dragon tokens, all physical fruits were converted to the regular dragon token. Unlike the permanent version, all these regular tokens do is give you a random mythical fruit. Granted, that could be the dragon fruit, but let's be real here, that's not gonna happen. Once again, you are getting ripped off, since 99% of the time, the fruit that is given to you will be valued so much lower than the original dragon fruit. Good job, Roblox devs! Yeah, good job! Anyways, within NU's video, Uzoth, who is an admin for the game, had addressed the drama, and this is what he had to say.
Everyone thinks they got scammed, and this is just me saying this, not words from the owners or developers or nothing. The entire dragon fruit got reworked from the ground up, with a crazier and far superior experience than the past one they bought a year ago or longer. New graphics, additional skills, and overall upgraded gameplay experience. And as everyone knows, every fruit becomes valued based on its strength, power, and usefulness, the same way gas was ranked above control in the shop. And just from my own standpoint again, there's the heavy issues of beamers who hold so many dragon fruits. It'll ruin the economy.
Now, one part that I really didn't like about this response, and this is just me agreeing to a comment I saw on that video, is when he said that every fruit becomes valued based on its strength, power, and usefulness, which is like, yeah, that's true, but not only did the fruit cost real life money, but it was literally labeled as permanent. It's literally in the fucking name. You can't just take away something that's labeled as permanent and then just make them still pay for it at half price. That's literally false advertising. Now, from this point on, I originally had a completely different script to what you're now hearing, and that is because they mostly fixed it. Keyword, mostly. You see, about a few hours after all this shit took place, the Gamer Robot channel had uploaded a response video titled Dragon Token 2.0 Explained. Here's what they had to say.
So basically, Blox Fruits was in a predicament where we had to somehow manage 2 updates before the end of the year. But the devs ultimately had to release the first update, even though it wasn't perfectly finished.
Zeolas explains the new solutions for the permanent dragon owners, allowing players to get the new fruit.
If you had already purchased a permanent dragon before, then your permanent dragon will allow you to unlock the western or eastern dragon without needing to make any purchases. We don't want you to ever feel like you lost something you paid for, and it should never be like that.
Zeolas also explains the solutions for these physical dragon owners.
Every person who had a physical dragon before the update will be given an upgraded version in this update too. And for those who have extra copies of the dragon fruit, those will automatically be converted into different mythical fruits.
Now, I personally think that this is great. You know, everyone gets their fruits back, everyone's compensated, people are happy again. However, I still feel a little sketchy about all this. I don't know, but I feel like that this was just not their original intent. This whole fix might have all been just to avoid a lawsuit of potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars. Not to mention that I find it really weird that they had an entire year, 365 whole days, and apparently they had rushed some of the updates. Like, how the fuck can you screw that up? I mean, either way, I'm glad that this is all over. I'm obviously still gonna play the game. I still love Blox Fruits. And you know, maybe I'm wrong. Usoth did make this post later saying that he was on the player's side, so maybe they did truly misjudge it. Who knows? Subscribe if you guys enjoyed this video. I had a ton of fun making it. 500 likes and I buy a Blox Fruits toy. I am not joking. I literally saw these at the store. And click on this video where I talk about a game that combines possibly the 2 worst genres on this platform. Let's go.